Every moment matters to mental health. Of course, we hear a lot of people talking about this, and it's more than a slogan for a nonprofit organization here in our area. Kelaias Kause is started by Mom Ty Turner. She's the CEO and founder of that event. And this story is going to break a lot of hearts at home, and it's also going to be a way for people to contribute to an organization. You're on a mission for your daughter. Tell us a little bit about Kelaias.
Okay, so Kelaias was just an amazing kid, super talented musically, artistically, and so what we wanted to do with our first event was layer those things. So the event had arts, singing, we had dancing, and we had artwork from a local teacher who actually donated. They were butterfly portraits that she did. So our symbol is the butterfly.
Which you can see beautifully on your
Got the
dress.
brooch.
You're gonna always see me with the butterflies because they're so representative of transition and evolution and just the many different facets that we go through in our life.
You wanted this event to be nestled between National Bullying Awareness Month and National Suicide Prevention Month?
Absolutely. So September is National Suicide Awareness Month. October is National Bullying Awareness Month. So we had our first event on Friday, October the 3rd, kind of coming in at the end of September, going into the beginning of October, wanting first and foremost to bring awareness.
What advice do you think you would give to other parents if they know that their child is going through some mental challenges, whether that be from their child's being bullied or they're just, having some, tough times?
Excellent question, Megan. The thing about it is the slogan, every moment matters to mental health, is because when you look at, so according to the CDC, the age bracket for self-harm is between the ages of 10 and 24, right? So that covers a huge span that's going right into middle school, high school, and then the beginning of the college years. And let's face it, a lot of the times we're not going to recognize that they're struggling.
Right.
My advice,
they don't talk to you.
They don't
Yes.
talk to you, and what we found is more often they're going to talk to one another.
Yeah.
It's peer-to-peer more than it is parent to child. But what I would behoove every parent to do is just make sure that you're checking in, making sure that you're getting beyond the mask. So the name of our event was the Mask Off Masquerade.
Smart.
Why? Because everyone, parents included, we walk around with the mask. Everything's okay, I'm on top of it, everything's taken care of, I'm all good.
Yep.
But if you go just below the surface, there's so many things, especially with social media and our children trying to struggle to fit in, struggle to just show up as themselves. So just asking those deeper questions, not just are you okay or how was school, but was there anything that upset you today?
Yes, there's deeper questions.
Was there anything that made you smile? Was there anything that upset you today? Just to try to get a better idea of what your children are experiencing outside of you.
And now we live in a digital world where it continues even outside.
gosh.
It's no longer isolated to just being at school. When we were in school, we could leave it there, but now these kids can't do that. So how can people support you? What are some of the things? Do you do speaking engagements where people can come in and you can talk to young people, talk to parents about what they should be aware of?
So that's one of my biggest things. So I'm a mommy on a mission, and I'm showing up anywhere that I'm invited to share Kelaias' story, to bring awareness, because I think the biggest thing is there's such a stigma around mental health. There's such a stigma around suicide awareness, but the reality of it is it can happen to anybody.
Right.
We certainly didn't expect this to be a part of our story, a part of Kelaias' story. We were very heavily involved parents. Kelaias was heavily involved in activities. We are faith-based. She was on the worship team in church. This was never anything that we would have expected, and so you really have to take the time to plug in with the children. You have to take the time to have safe spaces for difficult conversations, because you never know what they're struggling with.
And those ages that, make so many changes. It's such a hard time. So anything we can do to help support. Thank you for sharing your story. We're so sorry for everything your family is going through. You're going to make such a difference, and of course, if you or anyone is having a hard time, have ever had, thoughts, there's a number that you can call and talk to someone and get help immediately. So we want you to take advantage of 988. That is the crisis hotline. So please use that.
Yep, and we appreciate you coming on and sharing the story. We'll put all the information so you can
much for having
get in
me.
touch with the organization at our website, yourcarolina.tv.